It was 1 a.m. on a Saturday night. Work had been piling up on me left and right, and I was stressing like a madman, so I was trying to get some sleep. You know, I read in a book once that a loyal friend laughs at your jokes when they're not so good, and sympathizes with your problems when they're not so bad. And for me, that friend was Jimmy, my teddy bear. Yes, I know still having a teddy bear at freshman year is kind of odd, but he's always been there for me. Now, usually he'd sleep with me during those stressful nights, but he was going through the washing machine that night. I had spilled spaghetti sauce all over him just 7 hours ago. I was already stressing out, which was only heightened by Jimmy's absence. Until I heard a noise. I ran down the stairs to see what was wrong. I came to see a broken window, an open washing machine, and Jimmy with his head clean off.
So, Sparsh, did you come to me for my help, or did you...
Yup, that's exactly what we came here to do.
I hate to say it, but I need your help, Louie. John and I can't figure out the identity of the murderer on our own.
Oh, so you're saying the great nerd detectives needs my help?
Nerd Detectives was a talent show act from 8th grade, Louie. We're not perfect.
So what do you say, Lou? Want to help us figure out who killed Jimmy? We'll pay you $20 in Pocky, the delicious Asian snack with chocolate.
Deal.
Been solving mysteries since I was young. Now all I do is stay up late and solve them for fun. If you're in trouble, not for long. If you call Louie Sparsh and Jon.
With Louie on our team, we swiftly decided to go back to the scene of the crime, 4 a.m. on a Saturday, the Sparsh household.
So you're telling me that you didn't bother to search your own house before coming over here to ask me for help?
Look, it was 1 in the morning. I was too tired to think about doing anything. It took me hours to finally just get up and do something.
How sad, Sparsh.
Well, okay, in his defense, he's not used to staying up late like we do.
What do you mean? What time do you guys go to sleep?
Sometimes never. You know, I'm an animator and he's a comic book artist. Sometimes it's just caffeine until your deadline.
That's a history book.
A DNA history book, to be precise.
A DNA What does that mean?
Well, before 1952, the structure of DNA wasn't even known. That is, until Franklin and Wilkins discovered it using X-ray diffractions of DNA. Franklin was the brains of the operation, providing most of the research and discovering Photo 51. Wilkins then handed these results to Watson and Crick, who created a DNA model from Franklin's results.
They work together! How nice of them!
Nah, John, Wilkins gave Watson and Crick the info behind Franklin's back.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Then there's Chargaff, who essentially discovered the base pairing rules. He's boring.
A DNA history book? What does that mean? Who would carry a DNA history book? Why would they leave it here? Maybe they dropped it. Alright, gang. So this history book must mean that the murderer likes science. More specifically, the study of DNA. Does anyone know someone like that?
No.
Right, so we have to keep looking.
Or we could just buy a new stuffed bear.
Louis, hey man, it was his special friend, his Daniel Tiger, his old rabbit. You can't just buy a new one.
Okay, jeez.
Are you guys gonna keep bantering or are you gonna help me find clues?
Clues? Like that one?
A DNA model. This furthers my suspicion that the murderer was a scientist. The bag they put their stuff in must have been broken or something. Or they were just in a rush.
Okay, yeah, but what kind of nerd carries a history textbook and a DNA model with them on a secret mission to murder a stuffed animal? I mean, granted, we're huge dorks, but no one's that bad.
Unless they don't have a life.
Haha, yeah! No life. Do you guys even know what DNA is anyways?
No, and we don't have time to figure that out.
Wait, it might be useful info for later.
Fine. But just because Louie's talking doesn't mean we're not going to look for clues. Go ahead, Louie.
Well, it's a nucleic acid made of 2 long chains, or strands, of repeating subunits called nucleotides. And it's shaped like
A spiral staircase?
No, John, a double helix.
A what now?
Here are the nitrogenous bases thymine and cytosine, the purines with a double ring of carbon and nitrogen atoms. And here are the adenines and guanines, the pyrimidines with a single ring of carbon and nitrogen atoms. T paired with C and A pairs with G. This is what the base pairing rules are.
Whoa. And what are the stairway's handlebars?
This is the sugar phosphate backbone that holds the complementary base pairs together. It forms the structural framework of nucleic acid, including DNA and RNA. It is composed of alternating sugar and phosphate groups and is negatively charged, which allows it to bond with water. Kind of like how this red fluff and hair bonded with this white fluff, but not really.
Jimmy's set remains, with red cloth and black hair stuck onto it. Could that mean the murderer was? No, it couldn't be. I need more proof. Good work, guys. Just one more clue and we'll figure out who killed Jimmy.
You know, guys, this has been really fun. Finding the clues together, slowly figuring out who the murderer is, seeing the looks on your faces as the mystery unfolded. It really has. But the fun part isn't over. Oh, no. It hasn't even started yet. The fun part is going to be in a few seconds when I see your reaction to what I have in my pockets. This.
Louis, how could you?
How could I? How could I not? Every time I go to school, it's all nerd detective this, nerd detective that. I get sick and tired of having your business shoved down my throat. But my detective business is getting ignored by everyone.
Your detective business.
Louis, your detective business doesn't exist. My detective business doesn't exist. That was all just a talent show Jon and I did in 8th grade. It's all just fun and games.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt.
You know what, Louis? So you can play that game. I have your DNA from the crime scene. I also have your DNA from now. Just one comparison between these two can confirm that you were the murderer of Jimmy and everyone, including the school counselor.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. Try me.
You know, Louis, this method is very accurate and puts you in ISS.
Then go ahead. Convict me for murder.
I will.
Fine.
Or we can sew Jimmy back together.
Jimmy!
Now that everything's fine again, can we forgive and forget?
I'm sorry I murdered Jimmy and broke your window.
I'm sorry for making you feel invalidated. And then everything was fine. We all forgave and forgot. Except for my parents, who had to pay for that window. Sorry, guys. Sparsh, 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Signing out.
Been solving mysteries since I was young. Now all I do is stay up late and solve them for fun. If you're in trouble, not for long. If you call Louie Sparsh and Jon. And I know that someone's gonna lose their head. And I know, yeah, that someone's gonna wind up dead. Been solving mysteries since I was young. Now all I do is stay up late and solve them for fun. If you're in trouble, not for long. If you call Louie Sparsh and Jon.